You're watching Channel 4's San Diego. These stories next on San Diego Insider Magazine.
When you're walking or driving down the street, do you ever wonder about the people around you? Thomas Hiatt did, and about 7 years ago, he wanted to stop wondering and take action.
Now, from Channel 4 San Diego, Carly Voss, Jack Gates, Jeannie Martin, Jessica Chang, and Dennis Morgino. This is San Diego Insider Magazine.
We're guessing there's one thing you've always wanted to do but have never done. Have you ever wondered how many people share your name and what they're like? Jessica Chang talked to one man named Thomas Hiatt, who went on a cross-country journey to answer those questions and, in a strange way, find himself.
When you're walking or driving down the street, do you ever wonder about the people around you? Thomas Hiatt did, and about 7 years ago, he wanted to stop wondering and take action. He was inspired by a book called Blue Highways, a true story written by a man who takes a road trip after losing his job and his marriage in the same day. But Thomas took it a step further. For fun, he typed his own name into switchboard.com and found 79 Thomas Hiatts. Then the light bulb in his head lit up.
What if I took a trip and met a lot of these guys named Thom Hiatt? I mean, how cool would that be?
4 years later, a burned-out 27-year-old Thomas decided it was time.
The job's just getting to be too much. My health is going south. I gained a lot of weight, and I need to take this trip. Dear Thomas.
So he quit his job.
Thank you for returning my letter and for taking...
Contacted the Thomas Hiatts and mapped out the ones who responded. He found Thomas Hiatt in Carlsbad, Visalia, Ferndale, Washington, Morris, Minnesota, Chatham, Illinois, Battle Creek, Michigan, and Indianapolis, Indiana. The hardest part of all, saying goodbye to his fiancée, Melissa. They had just gotten engaged a week earlier.
I supported it 100%. It's I thought it was something that he wouldn't be able to do any other time in his life.
While cruising to his road trip theme song,
I'll never reach my destination if I never try.
Thomas left home to find himself. The first Thomas Hiatt, just a short drive up the coast to Carlsbad. Thomas, and his wife talked for 4 hours.
He's a stay-at-home dad, and I so much respect him for that. He really enjoyed it, and I could literally sit there and see myself in his shoes.
Before Thomas left, Mrs. Hiatt gave him a gift, one of their daughter's necklaces.
Her gesture of giving this to me brought me to tears.
With their blessing, he continued his cross-country journey with confidence.
Melissa told me not to videotape while I was driving, but I'm only going 5 miles an hour and there's nobody around, so...
From Thomas to Thomas, he asked them 2 questions to find out what drives each of them.
Our first, what's something that you've always wanted to do that you've never done before?
Carlsbad Thomas's answer, to fly a fighter aircraft.
Thom in Visalia, California said, I want to go back and get my degree. I thought that was great. I mean, you've got a guy that's in his, in his 40s and wants to go back and get that done.
Battle Creek, Michigan Thom, a 53-year-old pipe fitter battling cancer, had always wanted to sail around South America.
You have the opportunities, and a lot of times they're right around the corner. It's just a matter of taking the first step, hunting them down, and going for it.
The second question,
what are 10 things in your life that you're most proud of?
The Carlsbad, Visalia, Morris, and Indianapolis Thomases had something else in common besides their name.
You know, they realized that without their family, they haven't got anything. And those other things to be proud of probably wouldn't exist.
After almost 10,000 miles through 26 states.
Today I've driven about 600 miles, 550 miles so far.
San Diego Thomas Hiatt found himself, discovering his happiness lies in the comforts of his own home.
I found that I get so much more happiness and joy out of doing things with my family, getting involved with organizations in the community. I volunteer all the time, and I get so much out of that.
Since his his month-long trip 3 years ago. Thomas married Melissa, and they had a baby girl named Maya. Thomas is proud to say he's now achieved one thing he's always wanted to do and hopes he can inspire others to take a journey of their own.
They can use those past experiences and their past education to follow their dreams and achieve something that they've always wanted to do that they've never done before.
Thomas Hyatt's mission to find himself isn't over yet. He says the trip was the first step, enabling him to find a little piece of himself every day. And one day, he hopes to take his own family to meet the other Thomas Hyatts and their families to make the journey more complete. I'm Jessica Chang, Channel 4, San Diego.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of San Diego Insider. For more on any of our stories, log on to 4SD.com. I'm Dennis Morgino. For all of us at Channel 4, thanks for watching.